Switch Source provides solutions that allow utilities to actively manage the power flow on the distribution grid. To understand this, let's take a look at the way the distribution system operates today. Here is a simple representation of a distribution system. Power starts in a distribution substation, and it flows down medium voltage lines until it winds up at homes and office buildings. There are two key takeaways for this diagram. The first is that we all have one link to power, and this power flows in one direction. Now let's see what happens when a tree falls on the line in between where we are and the distribution substation. You can see here that we're left without power. Utilities identified this weakness a long time ago and installed field tie switches to be able to bypass these faults. Depending on the sophistication of this equipment, reclosing can take minutes to hours. It's important to remember that 3/4 of the faults on the grid happen at this level, and 2/3 of the costs are associated with the first few seconds of the outage. You may see this and be asking yourself, why don't the utilities simply leave these switches closed? Wouldn't this give us all two sources of power, making the distribution system more reliable? The issue is that if utilities close these switches, they make the system unstable. There's a potential for loop flows and misoperating protection schemes. This all stems from the fact that power flows through the path of least resistance. This is not something utilities can actively control. Until today. Switch Source is commercializing the first piece of equipment that can sit at these existing tie switch locations and offer all of the benefits of a closed switch without risking system stability. Studies have shown that systems with our equipment can host twice as much distributed generation and allow for 25% load growth without expensive infrastructure upgrades. This technology has already been brought to a scale prototype by researchers at Michigan State University. Switch Source has since licensed this technology and assembled a team of industry experts in power electronics, contract manufacturing, and applications engineering. This team includes CEO Charlie Murray, an electrical engineer trained at the University of Illinois, who executed developing the largest fleet of energy storage projects in North America. It also includes Joe Lamoureux, an expert in electronics contract manufacturing, with a successful startup exit under his belt. In addition to this, there's a technical team that includes talent that previously led global R&D teams in power electronics engineering at General Electric. Switch Source, improving the last mile of electricity delivery.